2010, and all the family, friends, and teachers who have joined us here today. Before I start, I'd like to thank the Wind Ensemble for providing us with the music. So, this is it. The day that we have all been waiting for, some of us longer than others, has finally arrived. We've made it through 13 years of tests, homework, and getting up early to get to school. We've learned that a mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles. We've explicated various poems to understand their deeper meanings, and we've sought to understand the purpose of the War of Jenkins' Ear. Throughout the years, one of the questions that often came up was, when am I actually going to use this in life? Now, while I can't tell you exactly when you're going to need to know how to do a mathematical proof, I do know that there are many other lessons that we've learned that we can routinely apply to our lives. It is not necessarily the academic lessons that are going to stick with us, but the ones that we've learned from our experiences. It's from all these experiences and lessons that we've earned the right to wear the hat of a graduate today. However, after today, we're going to go on to wear many different hats, and as we continue on with our lives, we're going to have to remember these other lessons. Next year, we're going to have the opportunity to explore many new things, and we need to make the most of these opportunities. Some of us already have planned out what we're going to do in life, but as we discover new things, we need to remember that it's all right to change our minds. We each need to find what's best for us, even though this may mean changing our path. Find what makes you happy, and then do it, even if what you discover isn't what you were expecting. Doing something that you truly enjoy is going to make getting up in the morning much easier than doing something just because you feel you're obligated to do it. As we continue on with our lives and explore our new opportunities, we can't be afraid to try new things just because we're worried about what others might think. Don't be afraid to venture out of the coop. If you only ever do what everyone else is doing, you're giving up the chance to truly experience life. Your most memorable life experiences probably aren't going to be the ones in which you just followed along and did what everyone else was doing. The times you're really going to remember are the ones when you ventured out and did your own thing. Yes, some people may think you're weird, but if you always conform to what's considered normal, all your life experiences are going to be just that. By now, I'm sure we've all realized that life isn't always going to be easy or fair. Don't let yourself get trapped. There are times in life when you're going to struggle, and it's during these times that you're going to have to dig deep. In the words of Winston Churchill, "We shall not flag or fail, we shall go on to the end." While it may be easier to just give up, be persistent. If we give up whenever we are faced with a difficult or unfair situation, we're never going to get anywhere in life. However, sometimes, no matter how much work we put in, and no matter how hard we try, failure occurs. We can chase our dreams, but the reality is, sometimes they are never going to come true. So, we have to cover ourselves. Be prepared to face the failures in life that are going to rain down at times. While our failures are still going to be hard to accept, it's easier to move on when we have the protection of a backup plan in place. That said, remember that there are always other avenues that we can take. As you may know, penguins are one of the few types of birds that can't fly. However, they've compensated for this by becoming excellent swimmers. When we fail, we can also learn to adapt and adjust. If you fail in one area, search for another in which you can succeed, and realize that the areas in which you succeed are going to change throughout your life. Your life is going to change. Be ready to change with it. We also have to remember that it's okay to ask for help when we need it. While it's great to be independent, continuously struggling on your own really isn't going to help you accomplish much. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness or of lack of intelligence. It just shows that we realize when things are out of our control. We can't know everything, but we can seek out others who know what we don't. There are people out there who will care for you when you need it. You just have to ask them. In return, we have to make sure that we care for others as well. One of the most important things that we have to remember is to have fun in life and not take ourselves too seriously. Obviously, it's important to work hard and to take your work seriously, but if you're constantly beating down on yourself, you're not going to enjoy life. As Hugh Prather once said, perfectionism is slow death. Sometimes it's better to just laugh at yourself when things don't go as planned. We all know that we can learn from our mistakes, but we can sometimes get a good laugh out of them as well. Success may give us what we want in life, but misfortune gives us good stories. Today, we wear the cap of a graduate, and this is just one hat of many that we will don in our lifetime. Don't stop taking on new hats as you go through life, and continue to add to your collection with each new experience. While we're all eager to continue on with our lives, enjoy this time. Don't be so focused on the future that you forget to enjoy what's happening now. We have worked many years so that we can wear this hat today, and although you're never going to wear it again, we are always going to have our high school experiences. We're all going on to live different lives, but we will always be a part of the Williamsville North class of 2010. And remember the belief of Spartan King Leonidas. Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender. Go spread the word. Let every person assembled know the truth of this. Let each among them search their soul. And while you're at it, search your own. Thank you.